AV3 Anime, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done this in a while, so welcome back. Yo, today's video, convention horror story. I try not to make this video, honestly, because I don't like to talk bad about conventions. Generally speaking, you guys who know my channel generally know I big up most conventions. But, dude. MetroCon sucked, okay? I was trying not to make this video, but I have since gone to another anime convention since MetroCon, and even with the one I went to being so much smaller, like this is probably a bare bones minimum convention. Like everything takes place in one room at the convention I just left, where the autographs, the artist alley, the vendor hall, everything's all in one room. Even the game room, all the gaming is all in one room. It was better. This is better than MetroCon. All right, first let's talk about this. The way MetroCon is set up, there's like one hotel right there, and then everything else is like, it's walking distance, but you gotta walk to get there. Not that big a complaint. A lot of conventions are like that, no big deal. But once you get there, one, it is scorching hot there, okay? Scorching hot in Tampa. Dude, we got to the convention center and literally nothing was open when we got there. No big deal. Maybe we'll take some cosplay photos or something. Nah, everything is so compact and in one area that you couldn't even really do that. Now, they did have an upstairs and a downstairs. They started doing panels in the downstairs. The first complaint I had, everything was a fan panel. Okay, look, how to say this correctly. I am not opposed to fan panels, but you have got to make sure that when you do a fan panel, it is like legit. Like you can't just be like, bro, this is why Bulbasaur is better than Venusaur, and I stand on this. This is not the type of panel people want to go to. I don't want to see it. I don't care. For the first time in a long time, dude, I really didn't hit panels at this convention. It sucked, okay? Second complaint, and more like a pet peeve, okay? Because you've been to bigger conventions, even smaller conventions, the one thing they all have in common, normally, unless you're super small, the vendors and the artists are separate. No, it's just something that's common. You have the artists here, you have the vendors there. Dude, they ain't do that at all at MetroCon. Every table was mixed together. The artists were mixed with the vendors. Every other table either had like nothing was really, there was no real official merch table. Everything was like something that was thrown together for the most part. It was so confusing to figure out what was artist made and then what was actually like a vendor thing. So here's the difference. I appreciate the artists. Get me wrong. I appreciate your hard work, your dedication, everything you do. That is super dope, and I will buy stuff from artists. It's cool, whatever. But if I'm looking for something official, like something that comes directly from overseas, with the rep, the stuff, the real stuff, you're looking for that sometimes. There was a real wide distinction on where the two things were. There was a big separation. It was so hard. It's so hard to figure out. You got to fix that, okay? If you do this again, which I'm pretty sure you were, vendors need to be on one side of the convention and artists need to be on the other side, just to make it easier for that person who's looking for something from an artist and that person who's looking for a vendor item that they've been searching for, okay? But again, this convention sucked. I wasn't happy with it at all. I'm just sorry. I tried so hard to find like the best points of the convention and be like, oh, this was dope. Dude, I made a vlog and I completely scrapped it because it had gotten so bad between the way everything was crowded, the spacing inside, the amount of people. Don't get me wrong, I met some dope people and I posted their Instagrams. I had them tag themselves on my Instagram and they were really cool. The cosplayers and the people themselves, super dope. Okay, I had no complaints about those people whatsoever. The cosplayers were really good. You would think some of them was like pro level, like they were really good cosplays. Um, there's so many, tons of One Piece cosplayers, tons of fan meetups. So it had some positives, but it were just, even the food, dude. The food was not good, which is weird because Florida's like this diverse boiling pot of different cultures. So I was expecting like some really good food from food trucks and stuff at the convention center. One, the people at the food trucks were not nice at all. And two, the food just was like dry and bland, man. I'm sorry, I don't care. It was bad. The only good thing that I really got from a food truck was like some boba. To say that boba was like the best tasting thing there was boba, but that's what it was. Oh man, I tried so hard not to do this. Anyway, the worst part, and Eric will definitely go more into this story at some point. I know he's been busy. He's doing the gaming thing, building the new AB3 Anime website, which is why I haven't been posting any side note. So I'm gonna just tell you the basic gist of Eric's story. Eric had made some friends. Eric went. I got tired, okay? Full disclosure, I was so bored and so over the convention, I was just like, I'm good. Didn't rave the first night. Thought about going to the raid the second night. I would just go late. But Eric and some friends went ahead and went to the raid. Dude, Eric gets to this raid. Something happened the night before. I don't have all the details. I will not say. Eric was there more than me, so Eric may be able to fill in some of those blanks. I don't know, so I can't speak on it, whatever. Eric gets there. They are lined all the way back out the building. The room that they're doing the rave in is not that big apparently. And apparently people have to come out for you to go in, which was also really weird. Then they are checking each person one by one with metal detectors. They're frisking people, checking the inside of your bags and pockets, one person at a time to get into this raid. Literally, Eric came back and said it would have taken him 2 hours to just get in because of the amount of people, because of the searching and the people that have to come out. It would take him 2 hours to get into a rave, dude. This is like the basic gist of a convention and the easiest parts. How complicated did that need to be? That it was just so. They just tried so hard to. You ever try not to do something wrong, and in the process, all you do is do it wrong over and over? That's exactly what it felt like. It just felt like they were trying not to do this and not to do that, and they just kept doing everything the wrong way. And I wasn't gonna make this video until I went to Tidewater Comic Con. No, I'm sorry. It's not called that. What is it called? That's a different convention. I went to Superstar Anime Con in Virginia Beach. So much smaller. Way more organized. Way more. Easier to get your tickets. Easier to get inside. Everything's clearly separated from where everything's supposed to be. And everything's in one room, and they managed to do that, and this place couldn't, and I didn't understand why. For the life of me, I don't understand why they can manage to keep everything situated in this one floor room, and they could not do that in Tampa. Anyway, man, thanks for being here. It's just my little rant, man. You know, every convention ain't gonna hit like it's supposed to, and I try not to. This was by far the bottom of my list for me. This is the worst convention I've been to in a long time. Not gonna pretend. That's just a horror story I have from a convention I went to that I'm probably not ever going back to again. I don't think you could pay me to go back to that convention. And I went because it said it was the largest anime convention in Florida. So I'm like, bro, that gotta be kind of cool. Nah. People count, I would say maybe 8 to 10 tops. 8 to 10. I can't see it being higher than that. It was disappointing, man. It was disappointing. I mean, to those who enjoyed it, oh my God, the hotel, dude. So, last part of this story before we get out of it. Dude, we got to Tampa, okay? Checking into the hotel. Somehow, the hotel's entire internet system crashed and you couldn't check in. And it took 2 hours to check into the room. 2 hours. Anyway, man, thank you guys for being here. JB3 Anime. We're gonna post a couple videos today because I got time, and we're gonna talk into next video. I'm gonna talk about a couple things we got going on, including the new AB3 Anime Kick channel, which I'll be streaming on. So, see you guys in the next video, man.